What's going on, my New Orleans sports family? As always, I'm your boy O. Today, I want to talk about how the Saints fan base are absolutely clueless about the game of football. Now look, if you believe in getting loud and also you got to fight, that means you love talking about the Saints, you love talking about the Pelicans, so we have something in common. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell, and as always, make sure you hit that like button. They'll me out with that algorithm, baby. Now, for the past 2 days or so since the Monday night loss, I have been going back and forth with Saints fans on Facebook. And it has become very clear to me that our fan base knows absolutely nothing about the game of football. They are so busy trying to be biased towards Andy Dalton, they're literally putting the last 2 losses solely on him. When in fact, Andy Dalton has been giving you some very good quarterback play in these last 2 games, but yet you want to blame Andy Dalton. No one is talking about Mark Ingram running out of bounds just before the first down mark. Yeah, the play after that, the play calling sucked, but you would never be put in that position if Mark Ingram just falls forward. Now, when it comes down to the Taysom Hill throw, many people out there believe that Andy Dalton threw the ball into triple coverage, and that is a misconception. The receiver broke off of Chris Olave after the ball was thrown. He was not wide open. He was covered. But no one is talking about the fact that Taysom Hill could not pull that ball in, right? Jarvis Landry, he decides to go up with one hand to try to catch a ball that is absolutely 7 points. But somehow, some way, the Saints fan base believes that Andy Dalton put the ball a little bit too far for Jarvis Landry, when in fact it was very catchable, 100% catchable, because it touched his hands. All he had to do was put up 2 hands and the ball was caught, and he would have also caught that ball in stride going right into the end zone. That's right, you guys. I hate to say it, but our New Orleans Saints fan base are absolutely the worst fan base out there right now. They are so blinded by their own ambition, they don't know what's right from wrong is anymore. And that's becoming very clear as this season has gone along. I'm not saying that Dennis Allen has done a good job coaching this team, but when you have a fan base that's solely focused on the quarterback failing, then you don't have a good fan base. When a quarterback plays good, they don't even give him the credit. He won the Rams game through 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and somehow, some way, he could have played better. It just never stops. Now, I'm not saying that the drop passes are only coming with Andy Dalton, because even when Jameis Winston was playing, they was dropping balls as well. That's right. Even with a broke back, Jameis Winston was still putting it in their hands and they was dropping the balls. Right? So why is it that people cannot say that these players have not lived up to expectations? Point example here is Alvin Kamara. His first 5 games, Alvin Kamara gave you 350 yards rushing, right? After 11 games played, Alvin Kamara has only given you 550 yards in total. These players are not showing up. Sure, you could say it's the energy in the room, because a lot of players may be mad that Dennis Allen decided to bench Jameis Winston, but hey, you are paid to do a job. If you don't want to do that job, then don't do it. Don't even show up to work. Let someone else do it. You know, if that's the energy in the room. Not saying that's the energy in the room, but these players have to do a better job at executing. And what I see from the New Orleans Saints, they have not done that. They have not done a good job executing. Our defense has been playing a little bit better, but on the offense side of the ball, offensive line is just not picking up blitzes, and receivers just constantly dropping balls. Our running backs are not getting decent yard per carry, right? And people talk about the sack that Andy Dalton had got early in first quarter, I believe it is. But when you really look at that play, just look at that play, the O-line did not block correctly. How the hell are you going to leave the interior pressure open? If you know anything about football, you're supposed to block the interior player, because the one coming off the edge takes a longer time to get there. Although we can all agree, if you know football, that it was a misassignment from the offensive line. Andy Dalton is not the reason why you're losing right now. It's players' execution, and also a mix of bad coaching, right? But it's far from Andy Dalton. He is not the problem on this team at all. I'm pretty sure even if Jameis Winston was playing quarterback right now, these players most likely would still be making the same mistakes because they're not bringing their A game this season, right? And it's a damn shame that our fan base has fallen to this. Their perspective about Andy Dalton's play suddenly does not match reality, all because they want to see Jameis Winston start. And you can tell that's what this is about, right? You can tell. How the hell are you going to call a quarterback out when balls are going right through guys' hands, right? And I can understand that many of these balls was just drops in the open field, but the Saints receivers are dropping touchdowns. Touchdowns. We're not going to talk about balls hitting these guys in the face. Come on, guys. Our fan base has to do better than what the hell they're doing. That's all that matters. You got to observe and you got to be real on your observation. Do not come with the bullshit because that's never going to get you anywhere. So hopefully you guys watch this video all the way to the end to help your boy out with the algorithm. I also have a main channel called the 4KO where I review movies, I do trailer reactions, I talk about toys and geek culture. I'm going to leave the link in the description below. And also, tell me, do you see the same thing I see when I say that the Saints fan base are becoming toxic? Let me know in the comments below.